Hi my friends, welcome back. I have a science experiment for us to do today. Do you want to watch a gummy worm dance? I know I do. So for this science experiment, you're going to need some plastic cups, some vinegar, baking soda, measuring cups, you need 1 cup, and you need 1 tablespoon, some warm water, and gummy worms. And just for fun, I have some raisins in here too. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is take one of your plastic cups and you are going to put 3 to 4 tablespoons of baking soda inside of your plastic cup. I'm just putting 3 tablespoons in there. This is creating the solution to make our gummy worms and our raisins dance. Next, you're going to add 1 cup of warm water. So now we have our solution, and it's starting to fizz a bit. Hopefully it all stays in the cup. So we have our solution to put our gummy worms in, and if you have some raisins. If you don't want to do one or the other, that's okay. I'm going to put both in here. So I have 3 gummy worms, and I'm just going to put some raisins. Then you're going to want this solution to sit for about 15 minutes. So I'll see you in 15 minutes, and then I will tell you the next step. So when our solution is working its magic, I figured I would talk about an extension activity that you could do with this. I have 2 sheets of paper that I am going to attach the links down below. One for if you are doing the gummy worms, one for if you are doing the raisins. So for the first one, if you are doing the gummy worms, it actually prints out 2 on your sheet. So it says dancing worms on the top. First, we soaked the worms in baking soda and blank. What else did we put in our cup? Do you remember? Warm water. Good. So you're going to have an adult write on the line, warm water. And then you're going to draw a picture in this cup of what you see. Then the next cup says, next, we put the worms in blank. So when we come back, I want you to listen real close what we put the worms in after we take it out of our special solution. And then you're going to draw what you see here. The next sheet is for if you are doing the raisins. So it says dancing raisins on top. And then it says what I think will happen. And it has a cup. So you can draw a picture of what you think is going to happen. Then at the end of the experiment, you're going to write or draw a picture of what you observed, what you saw at the end of this experiment. For my older friends that are doing our writing instead of just drawing, there is another sheet where you write what you think will happen and what you write what you observed, and you will draw a picture. So I will attach the links to both of those sheets down below if you want to add that extension to your activity. And I will see you again in another about 10 minutes when our solution is done. Okay, so our 15 minutes have passed. What you did not see on screen is I dumped our solution of baking soda and warm water into the sink while scooping out with a spoon our gummy worms and our raisins back into a cup. I used a spoon because they're pretty slimy looking, but you can use your fingers if you would like. So the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to use 2 separate cups since I'm using gummy worms for one and raisins for the other, and you're going to fill your cups of vinegar. Okay, so now you have your 2 cups of vinegar. This is the fun part. So I'm going to add my gummy worms to one of my cups, and I'm going to add my raisins to one of my cups. However, I'm going to put my camera down onto the table so you can see better as I add these, because I'm not sure if this is going to happen quick or if it's going to happen slowly over time. So if you printed out your extension sheets to write down or draw what you observed, I would get those out now so you can get ready. And I am going to scoop in my gummy worms first with a spoon. So it's starting to fizz. Now I'm going to scoop in some raisins. So let's talk a little about what we observed. When we added our raisins to our vinegar cup, what happened? It started to fizz and bubble up at the top, and then our raisins started to rise to the top and then sink to the bottom, and rise to the top and sink to the bottom, kind of like they were dancing. What about our gummy worms? What happened with our gummy worms? Nothing, right? That's the thing about science. Sometimes things don't happen how we expect that they're going to happen. I originally started this experiment because I wanted to watch the gummy worms dance, but did they dance? No. So then you start to think about what could have happened that your experiment didn't go as planned. So I don't have regular gummy worms. I have sour gummy worms that are coated in sugar and sour things. So I'm wondering if when I put the gummy worms in our baking soda, if the solution didn't stick to it as well because it had something on the outside. I'm not sure. So maybe I have to get some regular gummy worms and see if this experiment would change our outcome, see if they would dance around, or maybe they're just too heavy and they won't dance. We'll have to do some experimenting to find out. I hope that you had fun with this experiment, and I hope that you can try it at home, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Bye.